Now, the first thing you need to do before you mess with a hot water heater is you want to find your fuse box, and you want to find which one your hot water heater is on. This was ours. Turn it off. Make sure you have no power. Once you've determined what kind of hot water heater you need, the size, the width, everything like that, you'll need to drain your hot water heater. And this is what you need to do to drain your hot water heater. First, make sure your power is off first. Go to your fuse box and cut the power off to your hot water heater. Next, you have to cut your water in off. This is where the water comes into the tank, and this side right here is where the water goes out of your tank. So it comes in cold on this side, goes out hot on this side. So you need to cut your water supply off, so you're just not continuously filling that. Go ahead and cut that off. Just put like this. It's going this way, and that way you know that the water will not go through anymore. Alright, now that you've got your water supply cut off, you want to turn on your water valve. But make sure you've got your end of your hose going somewhere where you can drain. I don't yet. I'm getting ready to run mine outside. So let's get that step done and we'll get back with you. Alright guys, and once we have the hose ran, I've got it run to the studio, going out the back door. Once we got that taken care of, we can go ahead and open up the valve. And sometimes you might have to put a screwdriver right here to kind of do that, but let's go ahead and right there, we'll have to use the screwdriver. You can hear it now coming out. And you can see water coming out everywhere. That's fine. A little leak going on there. Nothing but a thing. Alright guys, I've loosened this up right here just a little bit. You can hear the air sucking. So hopefully we got some water running out right here. I might have to completely take it off. Alright guys, I removed the water inlet off of the water inlet valve, and I'm still not getting no water coming through. I'm gonna try to loosen this up. Sorry for the jiggling around guys. I'm gonna try to loosen that up just a little bit more. And we should have water coming out of that now, but if that doesn't work, you need to go to the water spigot in your house that's furthest away from your hot water heater and turn on the hot water valve to release the pressure on this side, or just take that side off right there. Alright guys, I'm up here in the kitchen, turning the hot water on. You can hear it sucking air right there. So we'll leave that on. We'll remember that we have that on, then we'll go downstairs and make sure that it's coming out of the hose. And it seems to be trickling out, so it might have some sediment in the bottom of it. I'm not sure. This is an older hot water heater that I got for my brother-in-law, so it might have some sediment in it, it might not. Alright guys, while that's still draining, it's taking a little while, it's draining really slow. But just a little electrical tip to show you. White goes to the red, black to the black, and then you have your neutral or ground hooked to the screw on top right here, coming out of your power supply right here, which is going to your fuse box. Alright guys, we got the water drain. I ran into a couple little problems. It had some calcium buildup down here in the bottom, and it was just trickling out, and I knew it should be pouring. So I took the whole assembly off right there, and nothing was coming out, and I poked it with a screwdriver and it started shooting everywhere. So I had to put that piece back on real fast while the water was shooting out, and finally we got it all drained. And now that we got the water drained, we're going to install the new one. But when that dries, we're going to put the new one in, guys. And hopefully everything lines up and is easy to connect. We'll be good to go. We got the new one out here. Got the new one over here boxed up. We'll get that thing unboxed and we'll get that moved over there in just a moment, so stick around. Alright guys, step 3, installing the new one. We got it in the pan there. And hooking up the electrical. And as you can see, there's like a green screw there for your neutral or your ground. Your white wire from your power source goes to the red and the black goes to black. And that one tightens down onto your ground there, the ground screw. So we're going to get that on, and we'll be right back with you. Oh yeah, and we go ahead and attach the hot and cold, and they fit just perfectly. Thank goodness. The only thing was the original power supply was fed through this metal tube, and we had to unscrew it from the wall to be able to bring it over here to the right spot. Alright guys, we just turned the main water on over there where the main water was, and then we turned this water on to fill it up. And just what I did was turn it on just a little bit to see if there was any leaks, and it was leaking there a little bit, so we tightened that one up just a smidgen. And then once we get everything up and going, we'll check all the fittings and make sure there's nothing leaking. But I've got everything hooked up. We got the red wire to the white wire, the black to the black, and we got the ground to the ground screw that's in there. And after it fills up, we'll cut the power on, and we'll see what happens, so stick around. One more thing I want to do before I cut the power on to this is I want to check you got two spots right here. You got a spot right here where there's a heating element, and you got a spot right down here where there's a heating element. And there should be like a little flathead screw where you can cut the temperature up and down. And I want to check that it's around 120 on both of those. 120 degrees is the ideal temperature that's per the book and per plumbers. Everybody likes to put both of them on 120. I like to keep them both at 120 from what I heard. That's the best thing to do. So we're going to open these up, and then we're going to check the temperature, and we'll get back right with you and show you what it looks like. So open that up. Just pull it up. Just pulls right off.
That's what you say.
Be really careful. Okay. And that little plastic piece. Alright guys, and right there is the screw which cuts the temperature up and down, and it looks like it's on 120 right now. So you can see, let me get down just a little bit further guys, let me see. And you can see where the line is, it's 125, and it looks like it's on 120. And there's a reset for the heating element itself if anything goes wrong, but we're going to leave it where it's set, and we'll get back with you in just a moment when we turn the power on. Got all the water in the tank, got it filled up now. The last thing to do is to turn on the switch. Here we go. And the switch is on. Let's go over there and check it out. Alright, we're back over here. Nothing smoking or sparked or made a noise, the wife said, so.
And tell them you put.
Oh yeah, we ended up putting some plumber's tape on the threads there because it was just dripping just a little bit. We're going to keep an eye on that to make sure we don't need to tighten it up anymore. But that's it. Alright, I just want to mention again, after you've got your plumbing hooked up, before you cut your power on, and before you cut your water on to fill your tank back up, make sure you go to a room in your house that has a hot water faucet and cut that hot water faucet on before you turn the water on to fill the tank up. That way it relieves the pressure from the tank and lets the air out, and that way you know when the tank is full, when the water comes out of the faucet, that you have the hot water turned on. That is very, very important before you cut the water on and before you cut the power on. And then once the tank is full, you're able to cut the power on then, so you don't mess up your elements. You don't want to cut it on with no water on in there. So alright, we're going to wait about an hour or so. We'll see if we get some hot water. Hour or two maybe. All looks pretty good. Not too bad for a non-professional, I do believe. What do you think, wife camper?
Thank good. Save $60 or however much they would have charged.
Yeah, to come out and deliver it, but we just went and got it and done it ourselves. And that was very important to get the right size we needed, so we didn't have to change out any of the plumbing or anything. Just popped it right on. Everything seems to work just fine. Alright, we've got everything hooked up. Everything's been running great. We've got some really good hot water. Everything's working just fine. Do a little research, and it's not that hard at all. Just 3 wires for your electrical. You've got your positive, your negative, and your ground. And you have 2 things right here for your plumbing. You've got your plumbing pipe here, that's your water coming in, your water supply. And then you have your hot water out, that's coming out from the tank here to hook up. And that's all you have to hook up, guys. Really, really easy. Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you click that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And ring that bell for future video notifications. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And as always, plan, prepare, and practice. Handy out.